I'm Jeremy Campbell, director of Hexing a Hurricane. Hexing a Hurricane actually came out of another film I was working on before the storm. That film was on The Little Voice in Our Head. It's called Meet Your Imaginary Friend. And I had been shooting some footage of a voodoo protection ceremony for that film 6 weeks before any of us knew who Hurricane Katrina was or would be. So once the ominous storm struck, I really felt drawn to pick up my camera and tell some of the hundreds and thousands of stories that were going on around New Orleans any given minute. To me, one of the most striking moments in the film is when Jackie and Carl return to their Lakeview home that's been flooded under 10 feet of water. It's the first time they go back to their home, and Jackie and Carl were willing to let me follow them in on this really personal, horrendous experience, and I thought they were just great. I mean, they were open and honest and articulate about what was going on, not only around them, but also what was going on the inside. And I just met them that day. I had put out some feelers looking for people who would be interested in sharing their story on camera. It was really important to me as a local to make a Katrina documentary. I never thought twice, should I do this or not. Granted, there are hundreds, possibly thousands of Katrina documentaries that will be produced in the coming years. And I felt a responsibility as a New Orleanian to tell the story of what it's like as a local to go through this. And I'm not so sure that can be done by people who come into town after the storm or haven't spent a lot of time here, enough years here to really get the city. So for me, it was almost like a responsibility, and I feel the same way for other local documentary filmmakers. I think it's a responsibility to tell the story of New Orleans through your film. Hexing a Hurricane is available on DVD at 1018films.com. Right now I'm selling advanced screeners, which are limited edition, and coming up this summer I'll have a final DVD with lots of special features, Katrina photo galleries, that sort of thing. But I'm really excited to announce that the film has been picked up by the National Film Network for distribution at colleges and universities across the country. The National Film Network is an organization dedicated to documentaries, and what they do is place films in up to 500 different markets by going through schools, universities, libraries, and they selected Hexing a Hurricane to be on their roster for the fall. I started 1018 Films in 2002 as an outlet to display my films, to produce documentaries, short films, and also to promote other local filmmakers. We do that through the Flickr Film Festival, which is a short film festival held here in New Orleans. In the past few years, I've tried to switch my focus a little more to filmmaking. That's just sort of a personal choice. I'm still continuing the Flickr Film Festival, but for now, 1018 Films' primary focus is certainly on documentary filmmaking. Since Hurricane Katrina, I haven't really seen a loss in momentum in the local filmmaking community. If anything, I've seen some things that have helped to make it stronger. Now, granted, there's not as many of us in some circles, but I've seen a lot of ideas bubbling, and there's been a lot of new common bonds formed, I think, because of the storm. I think not only in filmmaking, but just in the arts in general. I think, you know, to go through an experience like Katrina brings a community closer together. So areas like filmmaking, like the arts, that already sort of had their own niche bonds, I think it's just, you know, it's more of a cause. Our living here has become a cause because of the storm, and that brings out passion in people, and I think the momentum's going to just keep on going.